It worked.
Did it go?
Yeah.
I made me real nervous when you did that.
I karate
He
chopped my
karate chopped
keyboard.
the space key on his keyboard to make the fucking recording go.
It was cool.
I bet it felt good.
Yeah, I
was really nervous it was gonna break your keyboard or like to fucking do something.
well, because it's one of those little
that would be.
Apple
We have to deal
keyboards.
with that for a while. Yeah, it doesn't look super strong.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, if I drop this, it would shatter into a million pieces.
Yeah.
And it could fit in my pocket, basically.
You know what it looked like the kind of size and like could you kill someone with that? Yes. No, yes.
You think so?
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to keep using the keyboard after.
No.
Yeah.
I could kill like an old man with it.
Yeah, I think. Well,
Or a baby.
the thing is, the trick is to not. If you're gonna kill someone with it, you can't use the flat side. You have to like. It's kind of axe shaped a little bit. It's kind of a wedge.
I see what you're
So
saying.
it kind of. It's you have to do a couple swings, but I think you could kind of.
If I was really aiming for like the caruncle of your eye,
like right here, like really just like crack right in the center of my forehead, like 6 or 7 times.
I feel like you need to feel it. No, try holding it because you'll see. It's a little too light to do.
Yeah, this is pretty. I don't know though. Like again, if I held it with like kind of wedge side down, if it like the going. I forgot that the keyboard was actually is a thing.
Yeah.
It like we need it.
You know,
Like,
you said I gotta hold it wedge side down. In the process of doing so, you pause the recording.
I paused the recording. The point is, you have to hold it like the thin side towards your opponent's head.
I see what you're saying.
And so that it kind of, and then I bet I could kill you with that thing. There's only one way to find out.
I feel I don't feel like the forehead though. I don't feel like you do it with the forehead strike. Maybe like the soft part of your temple.
Well, because I'm thinking like the center, like there's that kind of, you look at a skull. There's kind of like a little kind of a part where like the plates kind of come together in the middle of the forehead.
Yeah.
I feel like you get enough wedge pressure, in that kind of.
I feel like you have
don't
to
think it
jam it
takes
into a softer area.
I don't know. The thing, I think what it really comes down to is I don't think it's actually that hard to kill someone by bludgeoning them in the head. I don't think you need that much. I think that a lot of like popular media has tricked us into thinking that you can take a blow to the head and like wake up. Like Batman is constantly just cracking people in the skull. And until they lose consciousness, and that's fine.
Right.
If you get cracked in the skull and lose consciousness, that's a huge fucking deal.
Yeah.
You have brain damage.
No,
You
that's-
have been giving brain damage.
No, that's a life-altering experience.
Right. So if you crack someone in the, like, it doesn't take that much to crack someone in the head until they fucking pass out. So if you just keep doing that, you know, and you're gonna shatter that board into a million pieces.
I just feel like I don't know, man. I don't know. It just doesn't.
I mean, there's only one way for me to prove it, and I'm not willing to go that far for science.
I think I just don't think a grown man. I just don't think you can kill a grown man with it.
I bet you could.
Maybe a little kid or an old man.
Okay.
Definitely a baby.
Definitely an old man.
Because
or
a baby is impossible to keep
I
alive.
wouldn't even need the keyboard.
Honestly, you just affirm.
Yeah, that's why I like. Honestly, big part of why I don't want kids is because like for the first year. How do parents of 1-year-olds not have anxiety attacks every time they hold the damn things?
Right?
They're so like you can kill them by touching them in the wrong spot. Yeah. That's like just like their brain is gone forever. Right. Like it's just like it's.
Like you could just like you could press your finger, like you could like thumb your way through the back of the skull.
You just do it.
You just push a thumb in there and kill it.
Anytime anyone has asked me if I wanted to hold a baby, the answer has always been no.
Of course
it's
not.
Never been. Yeah, and you never. And this joke's been done to death. But like, you're not allowed to say no. But I want to so bad.
Oh, I would say no.
I feel like if you say no, it's like you're saying no. Your baby is disgusting.
I'm okay with that.
It's like because the alternative is me killing your baby, which is definitely what's gonna happen if I touch it. It's like I don't want this thing to die.
Yeah,
I don't trust me with this.
No, I tell him I got butterfingers.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking drop it.
Don't hit. hey, you want to hold a gun up to a human being's head? Because that's basically what I'm asking you to do.
Just as like a fun little thing for no discernible reason, just to do. Because that's the thing, you're never like, so rarely are you asked to hold a baby for any purpose.
Yeah.
You know, very rarely do I find myself in situations where it's like, oh, I need to do this thing, hold my baby for a second. It's always like you're at a party and it's like, oh, this is my new son. Would you like to hold him as a fun little activity for us all to do? Are you fucking crazy?
Right?
Like,
what? Don't do that to me. Second, don't do that to the baby.
This isn't fun. This is like...
No, you know what?
That thing should be kept in. I was gonna say a crib, but honestly, no, like a fucking ceramic cube, like a fucking with air holes. It's just until its fucking skull is real.
Yeah,
until it has a regular skull.
It should be
that
kept.
You can't destroy by squeezing a little.
Yeah.
Once the skull has more structural integrity than one of those squeeze toys you get at the gift shop of a museum, then it can leave the ceramic cube.
Right? No,
like until then,
a baby should be kept in the thing that Joe Greenberg in You keeps his victims.
Right?
Is it Greenberg?
I don't know. I haven't seen You.
I feel like it was something like that. And I remember thinking to myself, that's a very Jewish serial killer. I just thought it was interesting. Doesn't matter, but it's just something I noticed.
It's interesting. Are there a lot of? I don't think that there's very many. It's mostly God-fearing Christian men.
Well, like, serial killing is a waspy ass profession.
It is. Yeah, it's for white men. Mm-hmm. It's for Christian white men.
I don't know. Maybe
specifically, though, there's a lot of God stuff for a lot of these guys. You know.
Yeah, sound off in the comments.
Some of them are, you know, for like, I feel like the Zodiac killer. There's like a lot of devil stuff in there too, but technically still Christian.
Sound off in the comments if you're a Jewish serial killer. I'm not a cop.
I'm not a cop.
I won't tell.
I don't know. I won't tell anybody.
I don't give a shit. Here at Life in the World to Come, I just want to make it clear that we do not condone murder.
No, not usually.
No, not usually.
Not usually.
You're right. And that's why I say don't let me hold your baby, because I will kill it.
I'll kill it.
It's like it feels like a weird
it's going to be more manslaughter than murder, but like it's a baby. No one's going to be that concerned for the difference.
No,
you know, it's just like, hey, like anytime you hand me a baby, you're like, hey, wouldn't it be fun if there was like a 5% chance that you will become my least favorite person for the rest of my life?
Yeah, right.
Like, wouldn't it be a fun little game we play where I hand you, where it's like there's a 5% chance that I will want to actually kill you.
Yeah. and also on top of it, it's just like it feels like it. There's something weird about that.
Yeah.
Hey, hold my baby. It feels like somebody doing a parlor trick.
Right.
On you, because like it's got like this weird bore on the floor.
It feels like
energy.
something is going to happen to the baby that we don't know about yet.
I just feel like
it's like they're going to hand you the baby. It's going to turn into flowers, and you're going to be like, oh no, and they're going to be like, I gotcha.
I just feel like, you know, it's like there's something about it that it's like you're putting us both in danger for some unknown reason, because it doesn't benefit you to hand anyone the baby, even if you trust them so much. What does it do for you? What are you practicing? What's the show that you're putting on here? There's like this weird kind of like bore on the floor energy to it, where it's like they might as well just be wheeling out, like bringing out a little kid, being like, this is my daughter. Watch what happens when you put a knife to her neck. You know? It's just hold it there. Just hold it there for a bit. Don't push. Don't push. Just hold it there. Just enough where there's a little dent.
Right? Yeah.
Don't cut. Just a little dent.
Just a little dent.
You know?
A little dent that you'll never even notice.
It's sick. I don't understand. I don't know.
Honestly, what I think it probably is, honestly, is just... And this isn't funny, but I bet this is what it is. It's just like, it's when you're a new parent and you're holding your baby. It's like, oh, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to anyone.
Right.
And of course, this experience is also going to extend to my friend who smoked weed at 9:30 this morning.
Hey,
you know,
new parents, your child, to everybody but you, hideous beast.
It's a hideous. It might be cute. It might be cute, but I don't. Honestly, this is maybe where we differ. Okay. Is because honestly, for me, no, it's like I'll see a baby and I'll be like, that's pretty fucking cute. The cuter the baby is, the less I want to fucking touch it.
That's
I don't want to kill the cute baby. The more I like the baby, the farther away from it I want to be. I can't trust myself around the thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking destroy it.
I guess honestly, like I am just as, if not more, averse than you to the idea of holding a baby. But frankly, the thing is, like, part of the reason why is not just because I'm afraid I'll kill the cute baby. Instead, it's more like I'm also afraid to touch the hideous beast.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm also repulsed by them.
Okay.
So it's like a double whammy for me.
Because like I want to be because some babies are really cute.
Yeah.
Some babies
I believe
are
you.
really cute.
I believe
some
you.
of them are cute. You know. And there's others. And there's others. And I'm not gonna name any names. But I've met them.
I'm not gonna name any names. Yeah, you know,
not every baby. I am with you. Some babies you don't want to touch because it's like you're too beautiful and precious. But then sometimes they're just ugh.
Yeah, I feel I don't have any of that.
This one's no good.
They all look sticky.
they
and
do.
they all smell bad.
And they're like bald in a gross way.
Yeah.
They look like they have like they all have like male pattern baldness, like the least flattering version of male pattern baldness.
Yeah, you know what? They all just kind of look like Winston Churchill by way of Voldemort.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like it's just it's this no.
Right.
This
babies.
This thing was a fetus recently.
It was
gross.
This came out of my friend's pussy. Ew. Gross. Ugh. No.
Yeah, what the fuck? What? Don't make me touch that.
No.
We're
this
not that
weird
close.
Thing you fucking squirted out. Gross.
Yeah.
This fucking weird. Ew.
Ew. Also, this is too intimate.
Right.
I don't like this.
Are you telling me that a bunch of like non-native, like not your DNA cells coalesced inside your body and like grew into like this huge, you're describing a tumor. You fucking squirted a tumor out of your pussy. And now you want me to touch the fucking thing? You monster.
Oh, and also, if I do a bad job holding it, which is something I don't want to be doing at all.
But if I do a bad job, I'm a criminal. I might go to jail.
Forever?
Forever. For an accident.
I saw a photo.
Because no one told me I couldn't touch that part of its head. And I can't remember. You know what the thing is? If you were to ask me which part of a baby's head you can't touch, I don't think I could tell you.
Entire head.
It's the whole thing? Gotta stop having these.
No, that's the answer for me.
You're right. Okay.
I don't know what the correct answer is.
So you just don't address the head. Just like don't.
No.
Right.
You don't look at a baby.
Yeah.
If there's a baby in the room, I go, it's gross.
Yeah.
Move on.
I don't want anything to do with that.
Gotta stay away from that thing. No. That whole corner of the room is off limits now.
Yeah.
There's a person with a baby there. That's so much.
Right.
I'm not even gonna interact with the father. Because that guy also is a different species now.
That thing doesn't even understand. It doesn't understand empathy.
No,
it's you don't know because it's cute, but it's mean.
Okay,
that thing is they're mean. I remember this.
Uh-huh.
I remember when my little sister was a baby. I remember being like a little 7-8-year-old boy carrying my baby sister around the supermarket, and we would play. Me and my little sister, when she was really little, we would play this game where she would just slap me. She would just, as a little baby, she would like smack me in the face, and I would be like, oh, and like, you know, like act like it really hurt. Uh-huh. And she loved it so much. She loved nothing more than beating the shit out of her big bro. And
that's great.
There was like, and I remember being in a grocery store, and we were doing that, and my mom being like, you know, if you keep letting her do that, she's just gonna like get used to it, and like, you know, like that's gonna be your dynamic forever.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler alert, it is and was, but we didn't know that at the time.
We had a fight on her 17th birthday, and she threw a rock at my head.
But I was like, oh yeah, I guess he's right. And I have this distinct memory of like my little sister, my baby sister, looking so happy, raising her an open palm up to strike me across the face, just joy in her eye. And before I caught her hand, I was like, nope, can't do that. Just like the look on her face just shifting from like joy to just shock to confusion to that's all babies.
Yeah,
all babies are like that.
They're bad people.
They fucking hate. They love violence. These babies.
So I've been reading the Confessions of Saint Augustine. He was a 4th century bishop in modern day Algeria.
Okay.
And he's going through the history of his life while addressing the Lord. So it's formatted like a series of prayers, addressing God.
Yeah.
And it's about basically his whole life and all of the sins. First chapter, all about how much of a piece of shit he was when he was a baby, and like apologizing for like how much of
apologizing,
kind of
that's
a little bit
crazy,
but also like being like, and innocence. What is innocence? For yes, I did not know any better, but still I did the harm. Like it's so. I would love to read you a passage from the Confessions of Augustine of Hippo, because this is fucking. It's just so funny how he's talking about how much of a dick he was about breasts. Like
that's true. They're very rude about breasts.
Yeah.
They're like, give it to me now. And if you're like, I don't want to, they're like, I don't care. Like,
yeah. So, anyway.
So welcome everybody to Life in the World.tocome.
I'm Will Wood.
I'm Chris Dunn.
And we're here to answer your questions about surviving the apocalypse.
That's what the podcast is.
Using our magnificent psychic abilities.
I'm psychic.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it. We can both see it. We're going to tell you what it's all about.
What do you think is going to happen next?
Next?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kamala Harris is going to lose, and that sucks, but it is what it is.
Come on, don't do that. Don't say these things.
It's so crazy how the running mate they picked for her is just a guy who looks like Joe Biden when seen in a blurry thumbnail. Like if you look at like a YouTube video of Kamala and her new running mate whose name I already forgotten. If you just look at the thumbnail, like the grainy, low-resolution thumbnail, it just looks like she's standing next to Joe still. In some, it looks like she's standing next to John McCain, and that's fun and interesting. It's like, oh, he's back from the dead. And he's a fucking Democrat.
I forgot John McCain died.
I did too, right?
Yeah.
I didn't remember he died until I saw the picture of her running mate. I thought he kind of looks like John McCain a little. Oh, he's dead.
Well, anyway. That took the wind out of my fucking sails.
Yeah, the reason I paused for like a solid 8 seconds before saying that, I was like, this is going to take the wind out of sails if I say this, but I can't think of anything else, so here we go.
I was kept home from a very special meeting today by tornado watches.
That's crazy.
The weather report called it, quote, an extraordinary threat to life or property.
Which feels, you shouldn't say that unless
extraordinary?
Like unless you're like probably gonna die, you shouldn't put that anywhere. Yeah. Like that's crazy.
So I don't see any tornadoes out there. And now I will never trust a weather alert again.
It got pretty windy for like a second.
Yeah.
It got there was a moment where I was like,
but it was
it's pretty windy. But then that was it.
Yeah.
It lasted for like 40 seconds. And now there's nary a breeze. That's
the fucked up thing, right? It's like, it was even like it was a warning specifically for Union County,
right? Yeah, it was where we are. It's just like
it was not. It was there are tornadoes in your house.
Yeah, exactly.
They were emailing me to say, hey, you're gonna die now.
It would have been more efficient for them to just email you, run. Like if they just said that.
But the thing is that they don't. They're covering their asses or something. I don't even know, man.
I mean, it's really like because if there's like a huge tornado and they don't say that you're gonna fucking die, run, oh my god, panic, die, you're gonna run.
If they don't say that, then get reelected,
right,
or whatever.
Welcome everybody to Life in the World.tocome.
I'm Will Wood.
I'm a funny joke.
Don't be a hero, kid.
You're right. I'm Chris Dunn. You're right.
It's my favorite thing to say to people now.
It's pretty good, actually.
I
wanted to do that with "Okay, Cowboy," but I never did.
That's pretty good, though.
Just to be like, "Okay, Cowboy." That's pretty good. But but "Don't be a hero" is also good.
Don't be a hero, kid.
Don't be a hero, kid is pretty good. It's really good.
I think that's the energy.
Just calling people kid is good.
It's pretty good, right?
It feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this? Is that kimchi?
Yeah.
Nice.
Got myself a big bowl of spicy kimchi.
It smells like spicy.
It's very spicy. I'm just gonna leave the microphone on the table. You can boost me.
Hi, Chris and Will. I'm currently in the process of moving into my first apartment, and it got me thinking, will there be roommates in the world to come? If so, what will they be like? Will they finally do their fucking dishes? Best regards, Alyssa.
So my girlfriend and I have been watching this Netflix show called Worst Roommate Ever.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad you have been.
It's like a true crime.
That's perfect for this.
Yeah, it's like a true crime series.
Okay.
Each episode dedicated to a different potential worst roommate ever.
Okay, but it's true crime, so it's like
it's
really the. I guess if you know what,
it's dark.
I bet if it's the worst roommate ever, there is going to be a crime element. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Like there was this one lady whose roommate was like poisoning her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
And ordering MRSA off the dark web and rubbing it into a wound on her neck.
What's MRSA?
It's like a severe bacterial infection.
Oh. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You can just buy a bacterial infection?
Sorry, she bought Versa.
Oh, okay.
Which is worse than MRSA.
Right.
Versa's worse than MRSA because MRSA...
Really? I've heard of Versa.
Yeah, Versa's resistant to antibiotics.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And is considered a biological weapon.
Oh, my God.
And so she ordered biological weapons off the internet.
That sounds pretty like a bad roommate.
So that she could smear it into a surgical wound that the woman had. So that she could like collect some money and like so that she could have her son. She was trying to get her son,
like her roommate's son.
Yeah, just to have.
Okay,
not for like devious reasons.
But what? How is she on dishes though?
What
did she do? Dishes? Did she do dishes?
I got the sense she probably didn't.
She
seemed like kind of a taker.
You know what? Honestly, I disagree. I bet you from what I've heard. The psychological profile, this person does the dishes.
So?
This person is organized. This person makes plans and executes them.
I mean, she also was
assume that every evil person who does evil things is like a deranged mess, but no, a lot of them are very clean.
Well, this person apparently also ordered insulin off the internet.
Okay.
To kill her by dropping her blood sugar to a deadly level. Isn't that crazy?
You know, like... I had an interesting series of thoughts just now, which was there's got to be easier ways to kill people. And then I was like, you know what? There kind of aren't. Like, if you want to get away with it, you probably have to do weird stuff like ordering chemicals off the dark web.
Yeah.
You know?
They caught her.
Like, it's...
The FBI
right.
was
well,
like...
yeah, I mean, they made a Netflix thing about it, so I would assume.
Yeah, the FBI was like... doing a sting operation, selling Versa, quote unquote. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's what I've heard about the dark web, is that like it's actually not like you can't really do anything illegal on it because it's so high. It's like really highly monitored.
Yeah.
And most of the people selling you like guns and drugs are cops trying to trick you.
Right.
Like. So, yeah, that does not surprise me.
That's spicy. But yeah, anyway, a lot of bad roommates, but like half of them not roommates. Half of them are the landlord or the tenant who just lives there.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say,
yeah,
Netflix, if you're trying to, like, just don't lie.
Right. It's like, yeah, well, I guess what do you call it then? World's worst people who you I guess you share a space with. Fucking roommate related crimes. No, not even like apartment crimes. Netflix.
Some of them were in houses.
Like
half of them were in houses.
I guess like rental crimes.
No, because one of them was a lady running like a halfway home, who was like killing people and burying them in the backyard. She had like 7 bodies.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no, she was pretty cool. She was cool. She was like dressing up as an old lady and like...
Wait, dressing up? She wasn't an old lady?
She was like 50 and like cosplaying as like 75.
That's...
Basically.
Again...
She was doing a little old lady thing to get away with all the murders she was doing.
Okay, so...
Fun murders.
These are bad people, and I don't support them.
Right.
And they're terrible, and I don't... That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I kind of like her a little bit. If she hadn't killed those 7 people, I would be like, this is fun.
She made everybody call her grandma.
How old was
like,
she?
"Call me grandma."
Like 50 something? Like
Yeah, she was when she got caught. She was like 50.
not enough of these people have gimmicks, you know, like professional wrestler style gimmicks. You know, more serial killers should have a character. And it can't just be like the son of the devil like most of them do. That's hack at this point.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You know, you're not the son of the devil. And even if you were, it's like, oh, we've seen that before. It's not a good gimmick.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work that well.
No.
But anyway, point is, the point
Grandma's
is nothing.
good.
It's got nothing to do.
Grandma serial killer is great.
If you want a roommate,
Yeah.
in the world to come, the thing is, most of the people, most of the people are going to classifieds. Wow, that's spicy. Most
Welcome
of the people,
to Hot Ones.
most of the people, put responding to classified ads or whatever, looking for a place to live. The reason that they don't.
You open your eyes and I'm Sean from Hot Ones.
Oh my god!
I'm just you're there now.
Yeah, there's a reason that they don't have their own place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't imagine this lady had like a great credit score. Like,
there's a reason why in the world to come. Morty. In the world to come.
Oh God!
Why is that so much spicier than I thought it was gonna be?
It's like really lingering. It
like delayed.
He hasn't eaten any kimchi in like at least 5 minutes. It feels like.
Yeah, no, it's been a bit. It's like hurting.
It's really still kind of in there.
Anyway, in the world to come, if somebody doesn't have a place to stay, it's because they want to take advantage of you.
Yeah.
Because in the world to come, a place to stay, like if you're lucky enough to have a room in which someone can mate with you,
right? Yeah.
It's like it's because you're not you couldn't like. It's because like, you're privileged. If you're privileged enough to have a room, someone's gonna want to take advantage of that, and they're gonna use your empathy against you because they're gonna say, "Listen, I'm living in a hole."
Right.
Which, frankly, I'm sorry, everyone, but maybe bootstrap it a little bit. We're all living in holes. That's
kind of what I'm thinking. Is that like if I'm living in a hole, right? Mm-hmm. And you're like, "Oh, what a great hole! Can I live in that hole too?" I'm thinking, what's keeping this person from digging their own damn hole? Like, what is it? Right. What is it that you want from me? What's in my hole that you are so desirous of?
And even worse, if you're somebody who's got a house or an apartment,
right?
You know for sure that they're not in it to save money.
No,
they're in it to kill you and take your house.
Right? They could just if they wanted to save money, they could just dig a hole. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to roommate.
Right.
You know?
No, it's because they're trying to move up in the world.
Right, exactly.
If you've got a house and they don't, and they want a roommate, and so they want to move in, it's because they want your house.
No.
If you got a hole and they want to move in, I don't even know what that's about.
No, exactly. That's why that's for me the most concerning.
Yeah,
it's because it's like I have nothing to give. So what the fuck is it like? The only thing that I have to give is my hole. You know.
Yeah.
So you gotta stay out of my hole. Don't let strangers in your hole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. It's risky behavior.
Dangerous. Got to keep your hole clean. Got to keep your hole free of conflict.
And something protection.
Yes. It's got to protect your hole with guns and knives.
My mouth hurts too much to laugh. That was funny, but I can't. Don't go out looking for a roommate either.
No.
Because people who are looking for roommates, like people who have a place and are looking for a roommate, they're probably just hungry.
Come to my hole.
Yeah.
Enter my hole.
That's a trap.
Hi, Chris and Will. I've been thinking about how magnifying glasses are used to burn ants. Would there be anything similar to that in the world to come? What or who should we burn with magnifying glasses if they're attainable? There is a man with only 3 fingers.
Okay.
You're allowed to burn him. He knows why. I could tell you, but frankly, I would get too upset if I did. So I'm going to hold back.
Okay.
But there's this, if you meet this one son of a bitch with 3 fingers, You fucking you get the first magnifying glass. You fucking tie him to a chair.
Please do not mistake him for a man with 5 fingers on one hand and 3 on the other.
Yeah, no, yes, I should be very clear about that.
Yeah.
No, the 3 fingers total. That's it. And they weren't cut off. He was born like that.
Yeah.
And he's a fucking son of a bitch, and I'll kill him if I see him.
And once again, also, it's not between 2 hands.
It's not between, no.
No, it's on one hand.
On one hand,
he only has one hand.
He has one hand, and there's 3 fingers on that one hand. Tie him to a fucking chair.
Now,
hold a magnifying glass up to his skull.
Once again, don't confuse him with another one-armed man who was born with only 3 fingers on that hand. He also does not have arms.
No.
These are fingers just coming out of him.
He's just this little stump on his shoulder. I should have said all of this at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some of you might have like been like, great, okay, guy with 3 fingers, burned with a magnifying glass. All I needed to know. And then you turned off the podcast.
Yeah.
And started, and maybe did some stuff to somebody who didn't deserve it.
This guy will deserve it.
This guy will deserve it for what he did.
This guy... So once again, just to describe this man. He's a 4'18", and he's got 3 fingers on him, on his body,
the whole body,
just coming out of it,
just coming out of him. I should be clear. I said that they were coming out of his shoulder. Only one of them is coming out of his shoulder.
Yeah,
they're all coming out of different places. I only know about the one on his shoulder. My intel has come back and said that there's 2 other fingers somewhere on his body. And my sources are really good. Oh fuck! Spilled water.
Whatever, it's water.
That's water. But the point is, my sources are good. And I know he's got 2 more fingers somewhere.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen them either.
I haven't seen them, but I know that they're out there.
Yeah, no, he has 3 fingers. 1 is on his shoulder. 2, I don't know where the other 2 are. And he's 4'18", and he's approximately 20 years old.
4'18" is it's 5'6", but you have the energy of a 4-foot man.
Yeah,
you know. Like, you look shorter than you actually are. You know?
Yeah. And he's got a hunchback.
Yep.
But it's his lower back.
Right.
Not his upper back.
No. It kind of just, from a certain angle, it just looks like he's got a fat ass. You know? But he doesn't. Actually, his ass is very small and flat.
Yeah.
Which is why the illusion works so well.
Right.
You know?
What else?
It's like we really should have been more specific at the beginning. We were really playing with fire.
Yeah,
there was a lot of kind of, honestly, the 3 finger thing is I would have been safer if I had said a man with no fingers, because he has no arms.
Yeah,
you know,
a no-armed lumbar hunchback,
right,
with 1 finger, who's not as short as he seems.
Right, a rat bastard son of a bitch.
You tie to a chair.
All of these qualities. You tie him to a chair.
And you burn him with a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
And which will hurt him significantly more than it would a regular person, because also I forgot to mention he's albino.
He's right. He is. He is very pale. He's a pale man.
His skin is very sensitive.
He's a small, pale man.
There's no melanin in his
arms.
Skin. Yeah.
He's a fucking... I fucking hate him so much.
I hate this fucking...
I can't... And again, I would love to tell you what he did, but I'm still raw about the whole thing, and I just don't want to go there.
We don't have to talk about it.
I don't want to go that place mentally right now.
Yeah. No. I gotta stop with all the burping. That's not me. I don't like it. I don't want to be that guy.
I spilled a lot of water.
Fuck you. But I like to call him Shawn Mendes.
That's right.
That's the twist.
That's been the twist.
I'm sure you've all been wondering what happened to Shawn Mendes. Is he still relevant? I don't know.
I don't know.
Out of touch.
Exactly.
He might be irrelevant. He might be so relevant still.
I feel like he's not. If I had to guess, as a 31-year-old man, if I had to guess, I think Shawn Mendes is over.
Let's see.
I think he's done.
Shawn Mendes.
Oh, I think he's still famous, air quotes. But I think his star is faded.
TMZ, Shawn Mendes sings about pregnancy scare in new song.
That's he got pregnant.
Shawn Mendes reveals he was, quote, about to be a father in new single. All right, so he put out a single like 20 hours ago, and it's got 1.1 million views.
So many people were putting out music at the same time as you.
It's not fair.
Like, there's no room for you.
That's just Fridays. That's how the industry works. It's always on Fridays.
Yeah, fair enough.
Everything comes out on Friday. Anyway, he was in Lyle Crocodile, and he never recovered.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, he wasn't that.
That's how it happened. He was
I think he was Lyle.
Yeah,
I think he was the alligator.
Right, and while studying to be in the film,
right,
he befriended an alligator who betrayed him.
Right, he was
and he was put back together wrong.
Mm-hmm. And he was never the same.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna do and he's gonna do some stuff. Actually, no, we already did it.
It was Lyle Crocodile.
That's what it was. Did. I really didn't like that movie. I saw him and he's like, "That's not an alligator."
Yeah,
that's a computer.
Yep. It's not cool. You can't fucking lie to people like that.
You can't lie to people.
No.
I was like, "Holy shit, alligators can talk. This changes everything."
Yeah.
And I found out no. It was a fucking liar pretending to be an alligator.
And Chris went ahead and tried to be friends with an alligator too.
And I got both of my arms fucking bit off.
Yeah.
And I'm albino now for other reasons.
That's a genetic disorder. Chris.
That's a genetic disorder. It's also we really described a lot of stuff about this guy that makes it seem like he's not Shawn Mendes, like stuff that would not be explained by him getting bitten by an alligator. I feel like there's more. Like, more stuff happened that he just lost his arms, you know?
Well,
he's gonna be like he's also albino, I forgot.
Well,
like, you know?
Radiation magic.
Right, okay.
You know? It's the apocalypse.
He's also gonna be an alligator a little bit.
A little bit. Not completely.
No, not enough to satisfy me. Not as much as I'd like.
Yeah.
You know?
No. He's gonna have like a long mouth, but otherwise...
Right. Just enough to kind of remind me of the lie and piss me off more.
Right, yeah.
God, that fucking...
I'm sorry, man.
I'm so fucking pissed at what he did.
But you'll be allowed to burn Shawn Mendes with a magnifying glass.
As many magnifying glasses as you want.
Yeah.
You know? All right. I think we hit a conclusion there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it time for the next one? Our next question.
Woohoo!
Let's see. Hi, Chris and Will. When I was in middle school, I had a fish named Dan, and I put him in the freezer, and then I put him in hydrogen peroxide,
what the fuck?
And gaslit my mom into thinking he died on his own, so she would buy me a different fish. Will he come for me in the world to come? Sometimes I just like to put in a extremely confusing one.
That's not confusing.
To see how you react to it.
I did not find it
You're
confusing.
You're right, it's not confusing,
all.
it's just dark and strange.
It's very simple. I have the answer. I know the answer. It's a very quick answer. It's get help.
You go to fucking therapy, dude.
Stop listening to this podcast and get help.
I know. This is what I said. Like, I said this a couple of episodes ago, which is in the same way that where you probably shouldn't smoke weed if you have like psychopathic tendencies. You know, like they kind of psychotic tendencies.
Yeah,
it's the same thing.
It's so different.
I don't care. If you have psychotic tendencies, you probably shouldn't smoke weed because it exasperates it. And I feel the same way about listening to
exacerbate.
This podcast. Yeah, that's what I said.
No,
I said ex-masturbates it. Which is how the word is. That's how you say it in the old style. In Latin, actually, the Latin root of it is jerking off.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What was I saying? Yeah, you shouldn't listen. Don't listen to this podcast. It's making you worse.
Yeah,
you got to stop.
Yeah, stop.
You got to stop.
What the fuck?
And maybe don't have. I don't think you don't get that new fish. I don't think you deserve that new fish.
No, oh my god.
No.
Don't go near people until you've gotten fucking checked.
Don't go near fish or people.
Yeah.
Or anybody.
Yeah, no, you did something extremely fucked up. Yeah. You need to address it.
Well, I feel like he just did in the worst possible way.
You need to address it correctly.
Tell someone else.
Yeah, like the police.
What's their email? I'm going to give their email to the cops.
Yeah. This is like
I copied and pasted all of these into a separate thing, so I don't have their email. It's lost somewhere in my inbox.
You dodged a bullet, kiddo.
You got away with it. I was gonna sick animal control on this motherfucker.
But that's fucking disgusting, and I hate you.
It's pretty bad.
And I'm not afraid to say it. Usually, I don't want to. I don't want to say that to people who write in.
Most of the time,
just killing animals for poops and giggles.
Most of the time, when I see stuff like this, I'm like, well, there's like a 75% chance this is a bit. That they didn't actually kill a fish.
Well, yeah.
But honestly, 75 is not as high as I would like that number to be. You know?
Also, just on top of it,
25% real psycho.
This feels too specific.
It is it's very specific.
I froze a fish.
Yeah, and then putting a hydrogen peroxide.
Why?
It's an excellent question. Let me read the details of this.
I can only think it was for fun.
Put him in a freezer, then put him in hydrogen peroxide and gaslit my mom into thinking he died in the zone. You're right. There's an extra step there that feels. Why did you need to do both? It kind of it feels like you wanted to see what would happen. You said it was so that she would buy you a different fish,
right? But
like what? Oh, you know what? I think we're misinterpreting this.
Okay.
I don't think this person killed Dan, which is the name of the fish, to get a new fish. I think they killed Dan for the sheer pleasure of the dark act.
Oh yeah.
But then wanted a new fish.
Yeah.
And so had to lie about it to their mom.
Yeah. No, I
died in. Okay.
Yeah.
In my mind, they killed the fish because they didn't like the fish enough, so they wanted a new fish.
I mean, it could go either way.
It could go either way, but I do think it's the first one.
Either way, you're still a maniac.
You're a bad man.
Yeah.
And you deserve to die, I guess. Our next question.
Wow.
I don't know. I was gonna.
I don't know either, man.
Hi, Chris and Will. I constantly bite my fingernails, so I can't function like a normal human. Will this still be a bad thing in the world to come, or will there also be a benefit?
It'll be necessary.
It'll be necessary. They're coming for you.
Yeah.
If those things get too long, they're going to curl straight into your throat and puncture the damn thing.
They're alive.
You know, there's like a species of pig, a species of boar, that it has evolved for some reason. These front teeth, these tusks that kind of, as they get older, kind of curl upwards, right? And if they get old enough, that the tusk will eventually start pressing into their forehead, and if they get old enough, it'll puncture their skull and kill them. Same thing's going to happen with your fingernails, only they're going to be smarter about it. You know that,
faster.
Exactly. In the dead of night, they're going to be fine. And then if you can't like put your hands together like this to like sleep on, because they'll just shoot right into your skull. Yeah. The difference is that the tusk on that boar, that's just like a trick of evolution. Right. These fingernails want you to die.
Bury your hands.
When you go to sleep. in deep underneath the earth. Yeah. Yeah.
And as soon as you wake up, eat those fingernails clean.
Hey, what does this say about me? That I imagine going to sleep with my hands buried deep in the fucking earth, in the dirt. I was like, that sounds nice.
No, it does sound nice.
Doesn't it sound nice?
Yeah, it does.
Not my whole body. No. Just my hands.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Why do I want that? That is so
I don't know, but I get it.
Crazy. Can I say I saw like a post all that stuff that happened interview with Louis C.K. Where he was talking about this thing that he likes to do where he doesn't garden, he just goes out into his he'll just stick his hands in the dirt. He was just talking about how he likes to do this, how he likes to just go into his garden, into the dirt, and just kind of put his hands in it. Just stick his hands in the dirt. And I was watching that going, we knew this guy was a fucking freak. But like, holy fucking shit. This is the most insane thing I've ever... I'm thinking about it now, though. Just gently drifting off into dreamland.
I kind of get
with
it.
my hands just like submerged underneath the earth. There's something there. He's tapping into something.
Yeah, no. I wonder what it is.
I don't know.
But I see it.
Yeah.
Bury your hands in the dirt.
Bury the hands in the dirt. Even if they're not coming for you.
Yeah.
Just to see if it does anything for you.
And then let us know if you like it.
Let us know if you like it. So, because we're too scared to try on our own.
But if you'd like it.
We're too scared and insecure to try. But if you like it.
Then we'll take a look.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
So yeah, eat your fingernails.
And at night,
bury them in the dirt so they can't get you.
Yeah.
It's not that it will benefit you to eat your nails. It's that you will die if you don't. So that's your answer.
Thanks. That's pretty good.
Thanks for tuning in.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, we've recorded so much, but like I feel like so little of it is useful.
Oh, you're wrong this time.
Don't include any
Sometimes you say that.
Don't include any of my radical and controversial political opinions.
Don't worry, I never do.
Thanks, man.
I always cut 40 to 70 minutes of Will's.
There's some dark fucking contrarian evil in my heart that loves the idea of just slowly like convincing people that off mic I have totally like, disagreeable fucking political opinions.
Yeah, you're very Republican.
That I'm conscious enough where I wouldn't want to give those opinions a platform,
right?
But I hold them in my day-to-day life and talk to you about them,
right? Yeah, I like that because it also drags me down.
Yeah,
both of us suffer for it. It's like you're terrible and I'm complicit,
right? But we don't publish it,
right?
So it doesn't hurt anybody,
right? Exactly. So it's interesting and kind of a complex moral dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
It's like who are they really hurting,
right? Well, you gonna deplatform me for things that don't affect anybody? Yeah.
This next one isn't really a question, but I want to read it because I felt vindicated.
Okay.
Hey, so there's a 0% chance that you're going to read this or probably even care. But
Wrong.
I was so shocked when you answered my question about my grandma dying that I'm going to write a follow-up. I was not expecting you to answer my question. I just asked it because I didn't know what else to do with my time. My grandma actually passed away the day after I sent that email.
God! No! That's so fucked up, dude! That's so fucked up! No!
Wait. The episode you answered it on came out the day of her funeral.
I quit.
All right. But
shut the fuck up.
But
shut up.
But your segment about her made me laugh a lot, and I appreciated Will's condolences. I just wanted to say your little jokes about her living her best life in heaven was nice, and it helped me process my feelings. I guess. Question mark. So thank you guys lots. I love your podcast, and you guys are awesome.
I quit.
If you lifeintheworldtocome is if you enjoy this kind of stuff, you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome, or you can support us on Big Cartel.
Is that it? Are we done with the episode?
There's no more questions.
Jesus fucking
That was the
Christ.
last question that I wrote. I preloaded that I wrote.
It can't be the last question. It can't be. We have to answer one.
We have to answer. I think there was maybe questions from last week that we didn't get to.
Oh, you can also,
do you want to jump into that?
I'm gonna crack open the Discord.
You're gonna look at the Discord.
I'm gonna regret it.
That didn't go good last time you did that. I recently had jaw surgery. Part of that includes having a donor bone and titanium plates implanted into my freshly broken jaw. In the world to come, will this impact my life? And if so, what boons, blights, and or benign effects will manifest?
I like the phrase donor bone.
It's a donor bone. I think that's the kind of that fart was louder than I thought it would be.
That was crazy.
It wasn't relax. It wasn't crazy. It was a fart. It was a fart I thought was going to be silent and wasn't. That's all it was. Okay? Stand down. Thought it was going to be silent. It was just a normal fart. It's not crazy, actually. Standard is what it was. What was the question?
I don't care. I'm a mess, dude. It's just because I thought the fart was your phone vibrating, and it had this. It like basically played the same note as a phone vibrating would. So that was crazy to me when it turned out it wasn't your phone going off. But that was crazy. Definitely a little bit of an overreaction.
So I think the thing to really drill in on this question, I feel like the meat
fucking crazy. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like the meat of this question lies in the donor bone, of the experience of having another person's bone grafted onto your bone.
It depends. You know? Yeah, it depends on
whose implications
bones.
There. Exactly.
You know,
is it a cool guy, or is it a fucking lamoid?
I got a whole bunch of extra bones in my back that I'm trying to get rid of.
He's got too many.
I'm happy to donate them.
A little. Don't talk too soon.
Here's the thing, though. Right. If I do donate my bones, they are going to be imbued with all of my pros and cons as a person. You know, both my most positive traits and my more toxic traits.
It's like in ancient societies, it was believed that if you consumed the flesh of your enemies, you would gain their power. Mm-hmm. That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all.
You gotta put your bones on their bones on your bones. Mm-hmm. Gotta make their bones your bones.
And you don't just gain their power; you also gain their weakness as well.
In their weaknesses
and their bones. Yeah.
And Will's guy apparently has more than he needs.
Yeah, I do.
He thought he had cysts, but a doctor was like, "No, those are bones." And you were like, "Explain." And they were like, "No, I guess." Just based on what I've heard. Basically, the story as far as I know it.
They said, those are just your bones. And I said, there's absolutely no way those are my bones because they move around when you push on them.
Right.
And they are spherical.
Yeah.
And also, they are not in places where anybody has bones, right. I promise.
But the thing is that you've told me this story a couple times, but it's ended there every single time. Uh-huh. So, like, was there any further explanation? Did you push back at all? Or, like, was it just, like...
No, I was too flabbergasted.
Yeah, that's what I probably would have done the same.
I couldn't possibly. I was being gaslit.
Right.
Like, it was so incomprehensible that I was being told what I was being told that the most I could possibly muster was, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
And then just an acceptance of, okay, this person is batshit fucking crazy, or I am. Either way, there's nothing left to be done here. So I just like, okay, all right, you got it, and started putting my clothes on and getting out the door.
Time
and
to go to a new doctor.
She was like kind of trying to like apologize, and she seemed sorry.
Yeah.
And
weird.
She was like uncomfortable and like trying to like be like, I'm sorry, I wish there was more I could do. Yeah. I'm really sorry. As if like she was like bummed out by the fact that I was leaving,
right, and
that I was listening. It's like, you know,
weird.
I was pretending that I pretended to take her at face value, and maybe she could tell that I wasn't, and she was trying. I don't know, man. It was weird, insane.
You gotta put bones in your bones. You got, and Will has more than he needs.
I gotta get rid of these fucking bones.
He's got more than he needs, and he's gotta get rid of them. Mm-hmm. But the thing this is the interesting thing is that like. There's no way to tell exactly which pros and cons lie in which bones. Mm-hmm. Which is so it's going to be kind of a crapshoot.
Except for in which bones.
You're going to pay $20,000 to get to Wolfers snip off one of these bones so you put on your bones, and maybe you'll get really good at tickling the ivories, or maybe you'll get just like generalized anxiety most of the time. Mm-hmm. There's no way to know.
Never know
which one it's going to be.
You're probably gonna get the anxiety.
I mean, yeah, I was about to say I don't want to speak for you, but like if you were to guess personally, what percentage of your bones is good at piano and which is just anxiety? Like, what's the breakdown there?
Anxiety, way.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I got like. It depends on how you define percentage of bones, right?
Right.
Because if you mean of the number of bones, it's pretty even because there's a lot of bones in the hands.
I'm thinking just like total bone mass.
Then absolutely anxiety wins.
Okay.
By a long shot.
That's true. I was like, probably all of the good ones are in the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we got to edit that out though, because we want them because then no one's going to do it.
Or they'll take my hands.
They'll steal your hands in the dead of night.
That's why we should bury them.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's nothing but anxiety in those weird little balls in your back.
Yeah.
That are apparently bones.
And very painful.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
So we got to cut this whole part out so people still want to buy them.
That's the problem. Is that sometimes the bones in your back hurt,
right?
And there's nothing that can be done about them.
There's just nothing. Yeah.
You know the secret bones.
The secret bones
that you keep around
that you don't know you have until you touch them and feel them, and then they move across your skin.
Right. The ones that weren't there when you were younger.
Yeah, the new ones.
The
ones
new secret bones that you get in your late 20s.
The new bonus bones, the secret bones that they don't tell you about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that even doctors are sworn to secrecy.
And that don't show up on x-rays.
Yeah. No, they don't. Your secret invisible bones that only cause pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And only a dermatologist is qualified to detect.
You need to go to a bone doctor and a fucking skin doctor.
Mm-hmm.
You need both, apparently. You need a bone doctor to tell you these ain't bones.
You need a skin doctor to tell you these ain't our bones.
Right.
What? I'm tired.
No, I mean, like, you personally need a skin doctor.
Me?
You need I'm confused. You need to go to a bone doctor who's gonna touch your weird little things and go, those ain't bones. And then he gives you a slip of paper you bring back to the skin doctor and be like, you're a fucking idiot. You know what the fuck you're talking about.
I would love to
get rid of these fucking things.
But they'd probably ban me from dermatology.
Yeah.
They banned me from
Oh yeah, right, because you fucking because you
I
missed a fucking appointment.
Yeah.
And so you've been blacklisted from everybody.
Mm-hmm. Any pulmonologist.
Right. Didn't that pulmonologist wasn't there like a weird thing that happened with them though?
No, as a cardiologist who's a criminal.
Right, yeah. Your cardiologist was yes.
Mm-hmm.
It really, hearing all these stories does not make me want to go get a doctor's appointment any quicker.
You should though.
I should. And I'm gonna
push you into a doctor's
My stomach
office.
/ back has stopped hurting bad, so I don't want to anymore.
How about your fucking brain? You crazy fuck.
It feels okay.
I swear to God, I'm just gonna start dropping Wellbutrin down your throat while you sleep.
Listen, I could just be low grade miserable forever and it's fine.
Okay.
You know? It's just like just keep doing what I've been doing. Just kind of be sad a little bit, but just a little bit forever. And that's okay. That's a respectable way to live. Our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers.
If you want any updates on what I'm doing, which is probably nothing, go to yoinkoftheyukon.com and sign up for my newsletter.
There's no new stuff happening in the Will Wood sphere right now, but just for the fun of it, go to yoinkoftheyukon.com and see what it's like.
Yeah, just check it out. See what the fuss is all about.
What were you about to say?
Just a bereaved grandson heard from us on the day of...
and we made him smile. We made him smile. That's the part you're not focusing in on. Is that we helped
about his just right now dead grandma.
Yeah. Recently dead. Yes.
Not recently. Right now. We were saying it as she was being lowered into the ground.
Into the earth. Yeah, into the earth forever.
We ushered her into oblivion.
Yeah, we fucking wrapped your grandma up in our arms and fucking carried her across the river Styx. Yeah, we did that.
'Twas you and I.
Yeah.
Who guided her into the annals of memory.
'Twas the two of us who became the ferryman, yeah. If you'd like to buy our merch, you can do so at lifeintheworldtocome.bigcartel.com. And did I say that Patreon? I'm sure I did. Our intro and outro music, We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers. We did a good thing. And we helped a person grieve. That's good. That's so fucked up. All right.